Hi everyone, if you are finding this content helpful and want to dive deeper into the course, make sure to check out the entire course available on Udemy. By purchasing the course, you will get access to the course content, downloadable resources, and exclusive material to help you master developing this app using Flutter and Firebase. The link is in the description below.
Now let's implement the account screen of restaurant app. So we'll head over to account, and here we do have these things. So at first we will go to services and restaurant root services. Here we will go with a new function, and that is fetch restaurant data. Static fetch restaurant data, and it's going to be asynchronous, and we are good. So next we will go with a try catch, and here we will go with log message, and it's going to be e.toString, and next it's going to be throw exception, and we will pass the error in that exception. So inside try we will just try to capture the data. So we'll go to food data CRUD services, and we will copy whatever is inside data. Copy this one, come back to restaurant CRUD services, paste here, and we will import this query snapshot. We will go to the top, copy this one, come down. Instead of food, we'll go with restaurant dot. We will go with doc, and we will go with the doc ID. Here it's going to be auth dot current user dot uid. We have to add a null check here, dot get, and at last we will add a colon. So it is a document snapshot, it is not a query snapshot. So we will go with document snapshot, and we are good. So we have got the document snapshot. Now it's time that we convert it to our restaurant model. So we'll go with restaurant model data equals restaurant model dot from map, and here it's going to be snapshot dot data. So let's have a look. So we have to add a null check, and we are good. We have got the data. Now it's time that we return it. So we will return data, and we will create a provider. Let's have a look. We have food provider, we have restaurant provider. So it should be restaurant provider instead of restaurant register provider. We'll copy this one, go to all, and edit from everywhere. Should be restaurant provider. Replace all, place all, and it's good. So here we will go with restaurant model, restaurant data equals, it's going to be empty by default. We will add a question mark as for null check. We will add a new function here, and it's going to be get restaurant data. And this function, it's going to be of type asynchronous. We will go with restaurant data equals await restaurant data CRUD services, restaurant CRUD services dot fetch restaurant data, and then we will notify listeners. Okay, we are good here. Now we'll go to account screen. We'll remove this controller model, and in view we will go to account.dart. Here we will go with consumer. Consumer, and the builder is going to be context, comma, restaurant provider, comma, child. And here we have to initialize this consumer as restaurant provider, and we will go ahead with curly braces here. We will first go with if restaurant provider dot restaurant data dot equals null, then return something, else return something else return. We will just simply cut this size box, paste up here, and here we do have this row. We will copy this entire row. We will cut this row. If it's null, we will return this one. Basically, it won't be null. The thing is like that, it will take some time to load up the data, and else we will return this one. And here we have to add a comma. So if it's null, then okay, but if it's not null, then we have this circular avatar, and here the child is this one. So instead we want to go with image. It's going to be of type network image, and it's going to be restaurant provider dot restaurant data dot banner images of 0. We have to add a null check here, and here also we have to add a null check. We'll add comma, and the next thing which we are looking forward is the name. So it's going to be restaurant provider dot restaurant data dot restaurant name. We have to add a null check here. Again, here we have to go with a null check. Now let's save it. Let's go to menu screen, and we will do the same here. We have to copy this init state, go back to account screen, go to the top, and here we will go with the init state, and instead of food provider, it's going to be restaurant provider, and here it's going to be get restaurant data. Now let's restart and let's have a look onto it. We will go to account. Okay, I think so there might be some error. So type list dynamic is not a subtype of list of string in. Okay, to fix the error which we were getting previously in this banner images, we will simply just replace the previous code with this line of code. Okay, so now let's move to account screen, as you can see, it's working good. Let's do one thing. Let's remove this user. We basically don't need image. The name will be perfect. So we'll go with body 18 bold. Let's save it. Let's go for a little more. Dot, we have heading 24 bold. Let's save it. Let's go for 26. We do have 28. So we have the last as 26. Let's save this one, and we are good. Here we have this dominoes and all of them. Now the next thing which we are looking forward is implementing this sign out button. So for that we will go to auth services, and here we will add a new function that is going to be sign out. static. Here it's going to be static, and we will name the function as sign out. And it's going to be a normal function, not an asynchronous. So we'll go with auth dot sign out. And the next thing we are going to do is we will navigate to sign in screen. Navigator dot push and remove until and here we will go with dot off context, and here it's going to be comma root navigator true. Here we have to pass context here, build context, and it's going to be push and remove until. Here we will go with material page route, and we don't need to pass this context here. Good. We will go with builder, and here it's going to be build context. We will go with curly braces, and here it's going to be return cons sign in logic screen. And we are good here. Okay, we are good. Now we will head over to account screen. We have this account. We'll search where we are using it. And this list style, we will go with on tab. And here we'll add curly braces. We will go for a logic here. If index equals account dot length -1, then we want to execute the sign out function. So we'll go with auth services. What was the name of that? Mobile auth services, I think so. Mobile auth services dot sign out. And we are good. Now let's save it. Now if we check here, if we press on any of them, nothing happens. But if we press here, it will sign out. And we are back to login.
Hi everyone, if you are finding this content helpful and want to dive deeper into the course, make sure to check out the entire course available on Udemy. By purchasing the course, you will get access to the course content, downloadable resources, and exclusive material to help you master developing this app using Flutter and Firebase. The link is in the description below.